guys, I'm Rena with Pine Bluff now and Emerald Videos, and today I am with an amazing guest. She's so interesting, she's out there. Without further ado, this is LaTonya Richardson. Hi. Hi. Thank you for being here. And you guys, she is a real book author. I am so excited. And I'm actually gonna start out with giving the shout out award.
Okay.
I do this every week, you guys, and this week the shout out award goes to, remember?
Wanda Bateman.
Wanda Bateman. So congratulations and thank you so much for what you do for the community. I'm gonna stop by your bed and breakfast and bring you a little card. So let's walk.
Okay.
And we are at the Richardson Lake. We are at the UAPB Golden Line Park. Okay, let me go on this side so camera will be on you. And it is gorgeous here today.
It is. My favorite spot in Pine Bluff.
Yay! So tell us about yourself and whatever we need to know.
Okay, so I'm LaTonya Richardson. I am a wife of one, a mother of five, and a nanny, grandmother of five. But and I teach at UAPB.
Excuse me. Okay, go ahead. Okay,
but my passion has always been reading and writing. In the past few years, I've been writing more. I wrote a book, a children's book, Mama's Got Eyes in the Back of Her Head. Long time ago, yes. And
Mama's got what?
Mama's Got Eyes in the Back of Her Head.
Oh, that's actually true.
Yes. So, but recently I wrote another book, and it's called Going on a Bear Hunt. And I had stopped writing for a while for children, and it started blogging. I'd been blogging since 2009. So at that time, since 2009, I wasn't writing anything for children. I was just blogging and enjoying blogging.
What do you blog about?
Well, it started out as a way to chronicle the decade of my 40s. And this is the last year of my 40s, actually. But it evolved into much more. It became the adventures of a 40-something wife and mom, not trying to live an ordinary life, pretty much. So I just like to write, and I've always liked to write. And my love of writing has stemmed from my love of reading. So, but recently, the first of this year, I released a new book, Going on a Bear Hunt, which was sparked by an idea from my cousins' two little boys. We were down home, as we say, at our family reunion, and one comes out of the house, Mom, we're getting ready to go on a bear hunt, and she says, bear hunt? And I asked him, I said, well, I've got to talk to you tomorrow and find out about this bear hunt. And he was like, well, we may or may not come back, but you know we're hunting bear. And he's very dramatic. And so she asked him, well, Aiden, what about your shoes? Boys who hunt bear don't need shoes. And I had to write that down. So in writing that down, it stuck with me. And I guess one night about 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, I couldn't sleep. And it just kept eating at me. And I sat down and wrote a story about 2 boys with their uncle going on a bear hunt and without a gun. So,
how can you go on a bear hunt without a gun?
Oh, they have their Uncle Eddie Ray has some very, I won't say peculiar, but some very interesting tactics about this bear hunt. So he takes a fishing pole, a beekeeper's hat, a jar of Louisiana black bear bait, aka jelly beans, and a butterfly net. And so on their journey for this bear hunt, they stop along the way, you know, utilizing each one of those tools. And I don't know, say if they found a bear or the bear found them, but it's a really cute story.
It's
so
amazing.
I've been told.
It's amazing how it just like came to you, you know, writing, especially good writing. I mean, it's a talent, it's a gift. It's just, you know, I don't know. I would love to be an author one day.
You can be.
I just printed a little motivational quote, collection of quotes, and I just used a photo book website. Okay. So not like a publisher or anything.
Okay.
Because I love motivational quotes, and I have royalty-free pictures. It's really pretty. It's like 60 pages. It just came in, and then when I sell it, it's a fundraiser. So I just need to do a little commercial like for it, and then start selling it. But this is as far as I went. It looks like a photo book, but believe it or not, every quote and every picture, I mean, it took me a year to collect all those pictures looking like this. And of course the quotes there had to be by authors, not anonymous, because I didn't want to use anonymous. And the pictures and the font had to be the way I like it, and I mean, it's really cute, so I hope people like it when I actually start selling it. And again, it's just a fundraiser, it's not like a bookstore thing, because it wasn't published by a publisher.
Okay, but it's still, you can be the publisher.
Yeah,
So,
see, I need to learn how to do all this.
and it's simple, not saying it's easy peasy. There's some work involved in publishing your own work, but it can be done. And I publish my own work.
So, like, I mean, where do you even start to publish your own work?
When I did my first one years ago, I bought a book, and it's called, by Dan Pointer, the Self-Publishing Guide. Well, I followed all of that, but I didn't realize that there was a method to, or there is a method to children's writing, and you have to consider more than just the publishing, but the writing aspect. And so after I published that book, I learned the formula for writing children's books. So
it has to be like kind of sweeter type of thing, you know? What's the difference between it?
There's a certain page number, there's a certain word count for different types of books. You know, with everything from a book to a movie, there's a beginning, a middle, and an end.
Yeah.
And one of the things that I didn't know is that the kid, or the character and the main character in the book has to solve a problem or be the one to figure out the problem in the book. So, and not just someone give them the answer. There's a lot to go into it, but the first step is learning what you don't know. And oftentimes people, you know, you don't know what you don't know. But there's so much information. There's a lot more information out there now than when I got started years ago, before 2000. I think it was 1999, 98 when I wrote that one. But there's so much more information, and with the internet and Facebook, and I'm part of a couple groups, and you know, okay, and people are so much more willing to give you information or to help you and see you succeed. And I've joined groups of women and other groups where they give you or help you, not just giving you, but helping you. But the biggest thing is learning yourself. So I read a lot.
Yeah.
And there's a quote. My daughter has me putting. Well, she started, and I started putting quotes on sticky notes, and I have all over the house. I think my husband just, you know, kind of side-eyes me sometimes about my sticky notes and quotes. But I think it was Stephen King. To be a writer, it's more than about writing. You need to read everything you can as well as write. Just saying you want to be a writer is not enough. You have to put it into practice and do some things. And the first thing before you even start trying to write is read that genre that it is that you want to be a part of. So children's books, and I write picture books. I read a lot of picture books, a lot of them.
Yeah. So again, like, let's say we want to publish a book besides, you know, learn how to do it. Is there a certain publisher you must choose for a certain genre, or is just the price, or how do you choose the publisher?
Now you can go the traditional route, and you can query publishing companies, and then there's the research thing again, and reading, figuring out which publisher best suits the type of book that you're writing, because everybody is not for every writer. Every publisher is not for every writer, so you have to do your homework, and then send out queries. And sometimes you have to know if you just send a synopsis, or you just send a query letter, or do you send the whole manuscript, like a cover letter.
Okay.
Asking them, or introducing yourself, what you're doing, and just a small synopsis, and say, hey, are you interested? And then they'll let you know if yes, you can send it to me, or no. But you have to also consider who's at these publishing companies that's taking manuscripts. And if they take manuscripts during a certain time of the year, there's a lot to go into it. Or you can just self-publish.
And how do you self-publish? Here's what I want. Oh, that's mine. Fail.
When you said, oh, we are outside, and I just did not want it to be a snake.
I keep falling my stuff from my pockets. Okay, this self-publish. I guess I'm so green. Like me, when I did this quote book, and I know I'll show it to you. Once I have only one, and I just ordered 3 more. But the free shipping takes like 3 weeks. So eventually I'm gonna have 4 of them, and I'll be able to start giving them out. And again, it's just by a photo book website. I mean, not even a website, app.
Okay.
But I found it expensive. Photo books are expensive. So like, in order to publish a book, what's the prices like self-published? Okay, there's different platforms. There are platforms you can use, or companies that you can use that help you publish. It's ants. But that costs, a boatload of money. And I wanted to do it I don't want to say cheap and easy, but cheap and easy. It was one of my, I would say, mentors in my mind. I met her. We've been in a writing group together, and I take what she does and how she does it very seriously. Her name is Darcy Patterson, and Darcy has written a lot of children's books, and she went the traditional route at first. Then she decided she was going to do self-publishing. Well, then she wrote on her website and her blog a post about her going indie, being an independent publisher, and she outlined how she did it. Years ago, I went to a conference, and there's a writer named Zane. She writes erotica. So, but she says success leaves clues. So you find someone that's doing what you want to do, and kind of watch them. So she writes on her blog, fiction notes it was at the time. She wrote everything she's done to set up this self-publishing company, or her publishing company, and how she self-published it. I printed it all, and I started following her directions or her instructions, and picking up the crumbs that she's left. So, and one of the things was Create Space, one of the platforms she uses. So I went to Create Space, and it was simple enough that someone who had done it once before and not done it in a good way. Drag and drop type of thing, or you just send a PDF and they print it, or?
Well, it gets to the PDF, but they help you in getting your ISBN number.
What is ISBN like?
It's the barcode or the number at the end, or it's in the inside the book.
I'm so green. That's awesome.
Yes, it's like an identification code for your book, and every book has a different ISBN number. So
that's a lot of ISBN numbers.
Yes.
For every book out there.
And then your Library of Congress card number. So
you get that too?
Yes, you get that too. There's
Library
of Library of Congress card number, LCCN.
Wow, and you have that for every book?
For every book.
Wow.
You get that. And so Create Space makes it easy. It really makes it easy peasy. So, and there are fees associated with, but it's not astronomical fees. I mean, it's something you can do. And then I reached out to, which way to go, to the art department, Mr. Danny Campbell, the director of the art department at UAPB. And I knew that I wanted to use a student at UAPB as my illustrator. And he said, I have the perfect person for you. He sent me Matthew Fields, and I'd only seen one thing Matthew had done, and I was impressed. So I told him my vision for the book, and without much direction, I gave him pictures of the boys, because I wanted to use not necessarily their complete likeness, but something like them, and the Uncle Eddie Ray. So and I had one stipulation, that Uncle Eddie Ray had to have the big mustache, the thick mustache, like the actual Uncle Eddie Ray. He came back with perfect pictures, and I was so excited about how he was able to take my words and put it into
image.
Yes.
You know, it actually takes a lot of skill. Yeah, we can keep. I mean, you're so interesting. I don't know how to let you go. Hold on, this is selfish right now. Okay, so the Squarespace, it gives you the license, the IB.
Well, it walks you through step by step, and it has a plan. So and it gets you from concept to completion.
And
well,
then you give it PDF and it'll print it.
Yes, and you can.
It'll ship it to you.
They have services, or you can outsource your own services. So, like I said, I used Matthew, and he was not only just an illustrator, he knows design.
Okay.
So, and I thought he was a senior. He was just a 19-year-old sophomore last year.
Wow. I mean, he'll go far with that talent.
Yes. So, and we're working on the second book together.
Yay, girl. Okay. So I know here's what's kind of confusing to me, because you say self-publishing, but at the same time you're still using a company. Like, it's not like,
well, the person is the independent publisher, but the company you use, they're the platform to help you get it done.
So then what's the difference between the publisher company? I mean, they're the ones who, I know, I'm sorry if I'm asking silly questions.
No, no, because someone else has the same question. It's not silly at all.
So,
but the
ones that are publishers, they will help you go, you know.
Now there are other companies, publishing companies, that will publish your book and do all of those things for you for a fee. Okay. But through CreateSpace, you can do those things for yourself. And so,
I would rather do it myself. I don't want them to do my book.
So you can pay $5,000 and someone else does all that legwork for you. They'll get your ISBN. They'll do the ISBN, the Library of Congress card number. They'll see someone to lay your work out for you. They'll do all of that groundwork for you and give you back a book. So that's what a publisher does. Just like in movies or something, the executive producer, someone who, you know, does all the groundwork and makes sure that product gets from concept to completion.
Yeah, I know I may change my mind if I ever have money for publishers, but I wouldn't trust nobody. Like, because you know, you almost want to be in control of every step, because that way you even appreciate it.
Okay.
You would even appreciate it more if you work on every step of your book.
And you learn what to do and what not to do. And this first time was a huge learning experience for me. That I'm not using CreateSpace this time. I'm going with Ingram Spark this time. But CreateSpace was a wonderful first step for me.
What's the difference? One is more professional than the other, I assume?
CreateSpace is a product of Amazon.
Okay.
And Ingram Spark is not. So Amazon is just a little bit more difficult. You can go to Barnes & Noble and request to buy my book. They'll order it because it's print on demand. They'll order it for you, but I can't go to Barnes & Noble and have a book signing because
you can't with Ingram.
I can with Ingram,
but you cannot with the Space.
No, because CreateSpace is a product of Amazon, and everyone else is in competition with Amazon.
Oh, okay.
So
they don't like them?
Not that they don't like them, it's business.
So, I mean, I know you say Amazon, so it will be available on Kindle.
Yes.
I have Kindle.
Well, you have to make it available on Kindle. There's just, so many little different things, but it is so, I mean, I wouldn't have started with CreateSpace, and who knows, I might go back to CreateSpace for some other projects.
So CreateSpace will give you a copy.
Well, this one I printed at UAPB several years ago, but this one I order my books, and this is what it comes.
Let me turn around, you guys. Hi Teresa, we're learning so much about the books now. Okay, tell us.
So this is it came just like this. They print it,
this is the the student did this?
Yes, yes. And my favorite, as my grandfather would say, my favorite picture.
He did all the pictures?
He did all the pictures, and that's,
Wow.
look how beautiful that is. Oh, but my favorite picture of the book, and I passed it. Let's see. I'm trying to do it upside down. Is this one with the butterflies? Now
This is so beautiful
he
and
drew
colorful.
them, put it on the computer, and then it's in layers.
How much is it? How much is it?
Well, on Amazon, it's $9.30. So, about the taxes and different things.
But but I can get a copy like from
Yes.
this?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's awesome. And tell us about the other one.
Okay, so this one is called Lyrocatchamella.
What does it mean?
It means, it's a word that means none of your business. And I used to think my grandmother made up that word. We would ask my mother when we were coming up, Mama, what's for breakfast, what's for dinner, what's for lunch, anything. And it was always Lyrocatchamella, and we would be so excited to know that Lyrocatchamella was, what we were having. Then as we got older, we figured out it doesn't matter if it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner, it's always Lyrocatchamella. So when I asked her what did Lyrocatchamella mean, she said, none of your business. And I was like, Mama, please tell me. But it was my grandmother that helped us understand that Lyrocatchamella simply means none of your business. So, and then I couldn't wait for my kids, for me, to have kids and my kids be old enough to ask, well, Mom, what's for dinner? And I would say, Lyrocatchamella.
But I mean, I know it's funny, but why would you say none of your business to somebody when they tell you what's for dinner?
It was just something cute. I mean, with having kids, I didn't understand that then, being a kid, but having children, my kids would ask me every day, Mama, what's for dinner? What's for dinner? What's for dinner?
Yeah, and
what's
then,
for dinner?
and then you're like,
it's none of your business.
Lyrocatchamella.
And instead of saying none of your business, or coming up with something cute, because half the time when my kids were coming up, I had no idea what was for dinner. I was, so they would be excited, thinking, okay, Lyrocatchamella. And
what is this about? I mean, about none of your business. Like,
so in it, the story is just like I just said. We used pictures, and my sister-in-law Denise Richardson, who is a officer with the Bluff Police Department. I think she's a detective.
Cool.
She did the pictures.
No, what's the name?
Her name is Denise Richardson.
Yeah, I know her.
Yes.
Okay.
So we did the pictures, and they're of my children, and this one is Asian. She's a senior at UAPB, and she's 21 now. Okay. So this has been a while, and I think she was like 8 or 9. But so we did pictures, and all of my children, except the oldest one, I think, is in this book.
Yeah, and
my mom,
what is that about?
The story of pretty much, Lyrocatchamella, of none of your business, and Asia figuring out.
That's the back. So this is the ICBN number. This one.
That was the barcode and the price at the time, I think.
So how can you get a barcode but print it yourself? Still through Square?
Is it Bowker in something? You can buy your own barcodes.
And you don't have to go through that space,
If you're using CreateSpace, you can buy your own ISBN number, or you can get a free one. And with this one, I did the free one, but it has their name on the barcode. So the next one, I'll have my own barcode with my publishing company's name.
It's just like, awesome. I'm about to let you go. You're just too interesting. Okay. What was I going to say? This thing about you can have it on Amazon, but you cannot have it in Barnes & Noble.
You can buy it from BarnesandNoble.com, but you cannot go and have a book signing at Barnes & Noble. And even if you do, I've been told that not many people, they don't do book signings with people from CreateSpace, but you can go to other independent bookstores or whatever, but your royalties, it cuts into your money heavily, so you can get more money in your pocket by going through another company. But CreateSpace is an awesome way to get started and get out there.
Yeah, it's really awesome. I know, like, you inspire me to learn even more. And if I may ask you a question,
Sure,
you know,
sure.
because see, like, okay, I did this photo book, and it was from Chet Books.
Okay.
I think that's what it's called. And it's so pretty, but I don't even know if I can call it a book. Like,
Okay.
it's just a fundraising photo book. It looks amazing. It's just so pretty. The paper was quality. I was like, oh my gosh.
Okay.
So I don't even know if I can call it a book if it doesn't have ISBN.
You can still call it a book, but with your ISBN number, when you go to, say, Amazon to order a book, and you don't know the name, but you have the ISBN number, that's just the way they keep up with, you know, with books and cataloging it and things. So it's like an address for your book.
Wow, it's amazing. But even if I don't have ISBN, even if I don't have a license from, you know, Congress license card, but I just have a photo book, and if I sell it as a fundraiser, I'm okay.
Sure. I'm assuming so, that you have copyright.
For the pictures.
Yes,
I do.
for the pictures.
Yes.
And
I don't. I guess.
I don't even know about quotes, you know. But what I would do is I would, you know, search it on Google or something, or even consult with someone who understands copyright law.
So the quotes can be copyrighted?
I don't know. I'm not quite sure.
I don't know either. It's just a quote.
I would.
Yeah. Wow. You actually made me made me think.
I would check with someone who understands copyright law.
Yeah. Amazing. Yeah. Amazing. We've learned so much today. Wow. I'm like in awe about everything that you said.
And what I have learned, the things that I don't know, there's someone out there that does know. And even if you Google it and you find an answer, or you Google it and you find 10 different answers, I would, you know, locate an expert who can give you that information. And you'd be surprised that, you know, you don't have to pay for every little thing. People will give you information that you are asking or you're requesting of them. I mean, the simple question about, you know, I use this quote.
Yeah. Wow. So have you, we about to be, you know, I can talk to you forever. It's just like, I love writing myself. I write blogs. I have like 3 blogs. I have a blog about a wedding. I have my personal blog, motivational blog, and then I started doing Pine Bluff.
Okay.
So sometimes I write something about Pine Bluff if I feel like it. So that's what I do, and I write whenever it pops up, you know. And my wedding blog, it's just me videographer, and I just write about, you know, I do a wedding and I write about it, and it's kind of helps with sale. That's all it is.
Okay.
So, have you thought of writing adult books?
I thought about it years ago, but my attention span is so short. And I guess because I had 5 children, and I've journaled always, and I'm not one of those to sit down and devote a lot of time to a lengthy something, so I want to go ahead and get through. And that's why I am, even with sewing projects, I don't want a big sewing project. I want something that I can start and finish in a couple of hours. But my writing is not a couple hours, but I just need something that I can finish, you know, in a good amount of time, or a simple amount of time. But I think writing for adults might take me longer.
Yeah.
So, but I do have a story that I would like to work on, but I think it would take me too long to get it done.
Yeah, it takes too long. Actually, I'm reading a book right now by the judge. She came to UAPB, and I bought this book from UAPB. The divorce court judge.
Judge Taller.
Taller, yes. Lynn Taller, I think.
Yeah.
And so her book is only 182 pages.
Okay.
And you could tell that the margins are so thick. I'm like, okay.
I mean, you can write larger books, smaller books.
No, but like it really looked like she didn't have a lot of content because the margins are so thick. The font is smaller. The margins are so thick. I'm like, I mean, I don't know how it's supposed to be, but it looked like the margins a little too thick. So I guess you can, if you make a bigger font and bigger margins, then you don't have to write as much. So it's only 182 pages. So they say, I have 2 college degrees, one from Ukraine and one from America. And so my English composition teachers, I had, believe it or not, because I'm foreign, they put me. Where are you walking? We're walking at the Saracen Landing UAPB line. What's it called?
Golden Lions.
Golden Lions Park.
Well, that little park, but this is still Saracen.
Yeah, Saracen
Landing.
And so I had elementary English. Then I had take that. Then I had Comp 1 and Comp 2. And I remember my teacher always told me, if you write something every day, then you can do it.
Yeah, it makes it easier writing every day.
Because I guess you don't forget your thought or whatever. So I've started writing so many books, but I always get too personal, and I don't know if I'm ready to open up this much.
Okay.
Because everybody has a story, but basically my story would be because I came to college here and then I left, and me and my husband now, but we were separated for almost 2 years.
Okay.
Well, because I graduated, I got sick, and I came home, and we stopped because it was cheaper to go to the hospital in my country than here. And I thought that we would be separated for a year. It turned out to be 2 because American immigration takes some time. So basically about this like kind of love story, like you separated and then boom, we're back together. Ah! Have you seen The Notebook? The movie?
I saw parts of it.
Well, in the movie, he wrote her like 365 letters, so I wrote my husband 361.
Oh.
So letters, because in Ukraine, like, calling was to...
So you write a letter every day?
Yes, because we didn't have money for the phone, I didn't have internet. All I had was writing, like old school.
Okay.
Eventually, he sponsored me. By the end of me being in Ukraine, he gave me some money for the internet. But at the first, he was still in school. Like he didn't have any to do like internet from scratch. It was like no line whatsoever. It's expensive anyway. So I had to literally do internet from scratch in my house.
Okay.
So then we started communicating. But before that, all we had was letters.
Okay.
Somebody say, I'm from Pine Bluff. It's wonderful what you're doing. Oh, why did you move to Pine Bluff? Hello, Maureen, LaTonya. Mark Cannon saying hello. Why did I move? Met somebody from Pine Bluff, Arkansas. And what about you? Have you been here a long time?
I grew up in Little Rock.
Okay.
And I came to UAPB in 1986 after graduating from high school. And
I was born in 87.
And I met him my freshman year, my husband, and we've been inseparable ever since. So.
Oh, that's a good story. Yeah, definitely a good story.
So stayed in Pine Bluff.
Yeah, it's amazing. I am so happy that you're here, and you do a lot for the city, you know, so thank you for that. And I'm just so happy that we have an actual children's book author in Pine Bluff, Arkansas. How can people get, I know you said Amazon, just get on Amazon, get your book there?
On Amazon. I have a website. It's larichmedia.com, L-A-R-I-C-H, play on my name, Larich, media.com, and you can order there. But in anywhere books are sold, you can go into any bookstore and request to buy the book. And they can pull it up and order it.
Anywhere in the country there is your book?
Anywhere in the country.
Wow!
Anywhere books are sold.
So what would you say to people in Pine Bluff and anywhere who want to write a book but they're afraid or they don't know, and also to young people? Like young people in Pine Bluff, I'm sure we have so many talented young people who could write a book, but for some reason they wouldn't do it. Maybe they think they won't be able to do it. So like, anything you want to say?
Don't let your fear stop you.
Okay.
There's a fear of not doing something, then there's a fear of even succeeding when you do something. But don't let fear stop you from doing, completing your dream or living out your heart's dream. There are a lot of things people wish they could do, and a wish is, I don't even know what to say a wish is, but instead of wishing, make a move and do it. And you know, setting goals. I have a planner that I write in every day. It's a happy planner, and I set goals at the beginning of the week of what I'm going to do. Not always do I complete those goals, but I'm trying every day to, okay, I'm going to check this off and I'm going to check that off, and I make little things of the things I'm going to do that particular day and try to get towards my goal. And when I was working on going on a bear hunt, I met a friend from Atlanta, and we met through social media and going to social media conferences years ago, and we text often. And I was telling her that I had this idea for the book, and then I had the story written, and I sent it out to the editor, and I was like, well, I just need to, get some motivation and get started and get it going. And she said, set a date. I was like, okay. So my first date was December, I think 24th or 23rd or something, before Christmas. Or no, it was December 10th.
Okay.
Well, I didn't meet that goal, but although I didn't meet the December 10th goal, I was working toward that goal. So there were some other things that were, sometimes you have you think you can do it in a quick turnaround, and you learn that it takes as long as it takes. So the actual copy came to me in, was it February 28th?
Not bad.
No.
Only
no.
like about a month.
Yeah, we had, a few setbacks with
not
the, much. The page or whatever. So this time we are both wiser, having done it the first time together. So he knows, and he's learned.
Illustrator? Okay.
Yes. So he's learned some other things, he said, over the summer. So, we're working toward, I don't have a set date for this year. So I just want to make sure it's out by Dr. Seuss Day in 2018, which is, I think, March 2nd or 3rd. So I would like to have it done by the end of February.
This is going to be your third book?
This will be my fourth, actually.
Fourth book.
And the first one I'm redoing. And my daughter is a freshman at UAPB, our youngest daughter. And she's an artist. So I want to start when she gets to where she can. My goal is for us to write books together. Yeah. So that first one I did, as long as it takes for her to get it done and learn how to recreate pictures and things, that first book that I did, we're going to do that one together first.
Wow. I am so inspired.
Well, thank you.
Like I know you're doing children's, maybe you should do inspirational book one day. And I know that you like quotes and the beautiful, and I'm so inspired. You should be doing like speaking engagements all over the country.
And I try to go to children's or elementary schools and things. I love talking to kids.
Oh.
I am a talker by nature.
Yeah.
So I love to talk, and I like to talk to kids and do storytelling and things like that. So I'm open to, visiting schools and...
Yeah. So, who else I know? I know that the Pine Bluff Police Department does storytelling. Like, I know around Christmas they go around schools.
Okay.
And I know that, you work with the city, and so in my mind, I don't know if it's possible, but in my mind, the police department should collaborate with you because they're reading anyways. So why wouldn't they read your book?
Okay.
And in my mind,
that's a good idea. I didn't know that they were going around. I can give them my book to read.
And if the children, not if but when, because I'm sure they're gonna love it, they love the story, they come home, they talk about the story, and that's like, can you imagine a word of mouse, but the mouse is a little, like, it's awesome. And the way I know it is that last year they went to the area of agent.
Okay.
And they visit the area of agent, and I made a video for them, and they were just visiting the ladies and gentlemen, and they gave them some, goodies, and that was it. So the video was a little too short, so I was like, well, we need some more info. So I went to the Pine Bluff Police Department. We came to one of the rooms, and I interviewed officers who have been going around schools as elves.
Okay.
And so they dressed up as elves, and I can find that video, show you that video, and they talked about where they've been in schools. So I don't know how they're going to dress up this year, but if they go around the school dress up as elves, they got to do something to entertain them. Yeah. And you already work for the city, and I think they should collaborate with you 100% because you have a very interesting story.
Well, thank you.
That's all I can think about book reading. Maybe somebody else out there does book readings. The library, you collaborate with our library?
I've gone to the library, and I just have to set a date to do something there. But this Saturday, I'll actually be in Little Rock. I've had a book signing here, and my first book signing here was at the Nature Center, because they have a black bear, and that's what they're looking for, Louisiana black bear in the story.
Yeah.
So I did a book signing at the Nature Center because they have a black bear, and it's in the woods, seems like. So
I wish you had an opportunity to come to the Bayou thing, like Boo on the Bayou thing.
Well, that Saturday I'll be in Little Rock at the Hillary Clinton Children's Library at 2 o'clock before the game. So, and I've been wanting, since I grew up in Little Rock, I've been wanting to do a book signing in Little Rock for this book. So that's on Saturday the 28th at 2 o'clock at the Hillary Rodham Clinton Children's Library. I'll be there reading and signing my book and introducing the next book.
And what about the Dolly Parton?
Dolly Parton. Well, I've talked with someone there. Imagination Library, exactly.
Okay.
I've talked with someone there, and they're willing to partner with me. But I would like to have my book as part of the Dolly Parton Imagination Library. But they choose. I'm not sure how they choose the books for the year, but I'm doing my research, trying to find out how to get my book there.
Please tell me about the children's book. What's cool? What should I ask for? And your name as author?
LaTonya Richardson, and the name of the book is Going on a Bear Hunt.
Yes, and I'm gonna get this book before I leave. Can't help myself. I read out everything, so children's will be good. And I'll take a picture, you guys, so you'll see it. But actually, after we finish, we're gonna put a link for you there.
Okay.
So that'll be easier for you, and you'll be able to go to the link of the website and find it. And wow, I told you, I mean, on my personal Facebook, I said, Pine Bluff didn't know, live soon, I'm gonna talk to someone so interesting. Because I like to write, and to me,
I'm glad you think that I'm interesting.
For me to meet an actual writer, I'm like in heaven.
There are a lot of authors and writers here in Pine Bluff.
You're the first one I've met.
Really? You'd be surprised. You know Miss Trudy Reedus?
No.
No? Well, she's written a book. Cedric Rice, he's an instructor. Dr. Cedric Rice, an instructor at UAPB.
Okay.
Mr. Mike Robinson, he's a principal. Well, Arnold Mike Robinson. He's a principal at Pine Bluff High School. Who else? There's, Miss Alice Horton.
See, all
and then
these
when you
people
start calling out names, you miss someone. But there's more people in Pine Bluff. I mean, just in Pine Bluff.
You should, and I keep, telling you, I'm sure you're busy, but it's just me in my mind. Like, have like a book club. You have book club in Pine Bluff?
There's a book club, but they don't, not for children's books. So.
See, it should be, maybe like a weekly, annual. And I know that Go Forward now is doing educational alliance type of thing. I'm sure you probably read it in the Pine Bluff commercial, their last article, and that article should be shared on Go Forward page, right? If you can't find it, go to Go Forward Facebook page and see the article and read it. And I know
Pine Bluff commercial.
I know that they mentioned something education. So in my mind, they should promote education and books and book clubs and all that.
What their focus is with the schools, I believe, with that educational alliance with the schools.
But they have so many recommendations, basically entertaining Pine Bluff, and what better way to entertain and educate at the same time? Oh, see, I keep thinking, there's a fun day in Arts and Science Center.
Okay, the second Saturday fun day.
So I don't know how they do it and how it works, but maybe one day they can let you come and have a fun day with your book.
That's a great idea.
Because I know I saw pictures of Ryan Watley, and he was the chemistry teacher.
Mm-hmm.
How are you ladies doing?
Hi, how are you?
How are you? And so I didn't attend, but the pictures look so cool. Like he was with his, I don't know, something in his hand, and I'm sure
it was something. I saw it, and I can't remember exactly what it was.
Hi. Sorry.
May I ask y'all a question?
Sorry, just a minute. Okay, we about done. Okay, we'll talk in just a minute. So yeah, like I don't know how that works, but in my mind, you could come in and show your book and entertain them.
That's
as long as it's
a call.
As long as it's fun In
Yeah.
my mind, I should have mine, but I don't know how that works in there. So just wish you best of luck.
Well, thank you.
You are an inspiration to the city of Pine Bluff, because you are a pure example that things, you know, can be done. And
Yeah.
if you like writing, do it. And you've inspired me to do it. And
Well,
I
good,
can't
I'm
wait
glad.
to research more. Wow, we've learned so much today. So I thank you so much, and I thank you for being UAPB teacher, and you know, for your service to the city of Pine Bluff, and just thank you so much for being an
Well,
inspiration.
thank you very much.
Good luck.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Say bye.
Goodbye.
Hope you learned something. Share this video, and let's write. And pick up the book. Pick up the book.
Definitely.
The Pine Bluff Jefferson County Library System has copies of her book.
Yes, they do. They do.
Good
They're-
call,
yes.
Miss Sylvia Moore. Good call.
Yes, they do.
Thank you. Bye. Oh, and there is a book for less. No, books for less. Books for less. It's a.
Okay, in Richardson Square?
Yeah.
Okay.
You there?
No, I'm not.
We give you lots of ideas
Yes,
today.
you have.
All right, you guys. Bye.
Bye-bye.